Hey there. Before we get into anything, I want to invite you to do something with me. Right now, wherever you are. This next moment, well, it's all yours. It doesn't cost a thing, and it might just change everything that comes after it. So, if you're comfortable, just join me for a few seconds. Just start by noticing the physical sensation of your body. Maybe it's the solid feeling of your feet on the ground, or the weight of your body in your chair. Just let your attention go there for a second. And now, just take a slow breath in and let it go. You don't have to change a thing about it, just notice it. Feel the air coming in and feel it going out. As you exhale again, see if you can let your shoulders drop, even just a tiny bit. There is nothing you have to figure out in this exact second. You're safe, right here, right now. Okay, so why is that simple little act so incredibly powerful? Let's dive in. The reason that brief pause can feel like such a big deal is because it literally hits the brakes on our brain's default setting, a constant reactive autopilot. I mean, think about it, right? That annoying email pops up and your jaw just clenches. A loud noise happens, you jump out of your skin. Even a stressful thought can send your heart racing. Our nervous system is wired to react instantly without ever asking for our permission. It's a survival tool that, in our modern world, is pretty much always switched on. So, here's a look at what's actually going on inside our heads. In one corner, you've got that automatic gut reaction. This is driven by the amygdala, your brain's alarm system. It's all about fight or flight. Immediate, impulsive, and usually stressful. But in the other corner, you have a thoughtful response. This comes from your prefrontal cortex, the part that handles reasoning and empathy. And that pause? It's the crucial switch that lets you move from the first column over to the second. So the big question is, how do we actually make that switch happen? How do we build this bridge that takes us from pure reaction to a thoughtful choice? Well, the secret ingredient is awareness. The source material calls this the bridge of awareness, and it's just a perfect metaphor, isn't it? That tiny moment of just paying attention to your breath, to your feet on the floor, that's the bridge. It creates space. You know, a space between that annoying email landing and you firing back a reply. A space between the stressful thought and the anxiety spiral that follows. And here's the cool part. Here's what happens biologically when you decide to cross that bridge. You aren't just stopping yourself. You are fundamentally changing your body's state. Your knee-jerk reactions go down because your thinking brain has a second to catch up. You create a little window for empathy to show up. And physically, your body gets the message, your heart rate actually slows down, and your breathing deepens. And this is absolutely crucial to understand. This isn't about being a good person or a bad person for reacting. It's not a morality test. It's a biological tool. You are actively working with your nervous system, giving it the signal that it's safe enough to slow down before it acts. Okay, so that's the science and the theory behind this whole pause thing. Now let's get really practical. How do you actually build this into your day? Let's open up the toolkit. Okay, here's the first tool, and it is so simple. The 2-second awareness pause. Before you speak, before you hit send on that message, before you react, just notice one breath in, one breath out, and feel 2 beats of your own heart. That's it. That is the wedge of awareness that creates the space we've been talking about. So really, think about it for a second. Where could this fit into your day-to-day? Maybe it's right before you reply to that text from your boss. Or maybe it's when your kid asks you the same question for the 10th time. Where can you find just 2 seconds of space? For those moments that feel a little more intense and you need a deeper reset, here's another great tool, the breath counting pause. Super simple. You breathe in for a count of 4, you hold it gently for 2, and then you do a long, slow exhale for 6. Just doing that a few times sends a direct all-clear signal to your nervous system. That longer exhale is the secret sauce here. It's what actively tells your body to relax. Now, I get it. These little practices might seem small, maybe almost insignificant. But here's the thing. When you do them consistently, you are quite literally rewiring your brain for the better. This quote from the source material just nails it. Every single time you choose to pause, you are training your brain. You're weakening those old automatic pathways of reaction, and you're building brand new ones based on presence and choice. And the results of that training? they compound. It's like doing reps at the gym, but for your brain. You're building up your capacity for emotional regulation, which makes you less reactive. You're improving your cognitive flexibility so you can see more options in any situation. And you're literally strengthening the parts of your brain responsible for empathy. So, what starts as this private biological practice actually has a huge external effect. This quiet little commitment to responding instead of reacting doesn't just change how you feel, it changes the quality of every interaction you have. It sends out a ripple of calm from you into your family, your work, your community.
So, what's the one thing to take away from all this? It really boils down to one very simple, very manageable little number.
3. That's it. That's the whole invitation. We're not talking about 100 times or some new hour-long daily habit. Just 3. Your challenge, if you want to take it on, is to just intentionally practice a pause 3 times today. You can use the 2-second one or the breath-counting one. It doesn't matter which. Just do it 3 times, and more importantly, just notice. Notice what happens. Notice the shift. Because ultimately, this practice isn't really about emptying your mind. It's about creating space. Space for wisdom, space for kindness, space for a better choice. And so the final question isn't whether you can pause. It's what will you choose to do with the powerful space you create when you do.